Hello there guys, hope we're all well. Welcome to another P3D video. Today we are on the ground at Amsterdam in the PMDG 737-800 and we're going to be flying down or up to Heathrow. So quite a short flight today, but hopefully one that's going to go well. I'm looking forward to it. We should have a lot of traffic. Not AI, well it is AI traffic, but hopefully we will have some VATSIM videos in the near future. And I realise it has been a while since I last uploaded. That has largely been due to studying, as I am a student. But the work's kind of dying down now, and I should have a lot more time to do videos. So expect more consistent content in the near future, at least. So yeah, we're flying with 5,604 kilograms of fuel with a zero fuel weight of 57.4 tons. And yeah, we're quite light today for a short flight, as you'd expect, but I'm sure this flight is relatively busy anyway normally. So anyway, I think we should get in the flight deck and get set up. So done the initial things, the ground power is already on. So all that's really left for us to do is do a few checks and then we can program the FMC. So we've got the standby power, transfer bus and source lights all off. Can you get the IRSs to nav? The PSU light, GPS light, service interphone all off. Engine reverser lights and control lights off, but we can the EEC switch is on. Passenger oxygen 1600 psi, or crew oxygen rather, which is normal. 3 green lights here for the backup landing gear lights. Passenger oxygen is normal. Flight recorder is off, that's to be expected at this stage. You can test the Mach airspeed warnings, test the stall warnings, the vibrating yokes. For some reason only the left hand side's working, but that's okay. It must just be an NGXu thing because it worked on the old NGX and the settings are no different. Who knows, who knows. Anyway, the hydraulic quantity is 93 and 99% respectively from the left and right engines, and 83 and 97% respectively for hydraulics A and B. So that's fantastic. We can go into CDU, into the FMC. It's okay. Model, the engine rating. The air rack is out of date, but that should be okay for this flight. We're at Amsterdam. At gate Delta 5. Is that going to go in? Nope. Can get the GPS left reading. Put it in there. And we do have a company route. So Echo Golf, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike to Echo Golf Lima Lima. Runway should be 36 Charlie today. Departure. And the flight call sign is KLM 1009. So just check everything's in there. Spot on. The star, I might as well put that in now, is the Logan to hotel arrival. So if we just bring up the Heathrow Charts, Dep R, oh, misclick there. Arrival, ILS 09 left. Plan is Logan to hotel, which is here. And the transition should be Lambourne. So if we check in there, it looks pretty continuous. Go to legs and check. This route is in good working order, although I believe we are able to check the plan without the nav being in place. So yeah, we've got obviously in grid, it's directed up from runway 036 Charlie. The Logan, yeah, it starts at Logan, that's my bad. I thought it was barmaid. Next waypoint should be Sabre, we should be at flight level 160, which is good. Then Brasso, which is there, Wessel and Lambourne, which we should be at 7,000 feet. So then this looks good, this looks very good so far. Yes, this looks like a good departure, or arrival rather. I'm happy with it. It looks like it's in place, so we can activate and execute it, and the line will be pink and continuous now. And we can go back to map. And the IRSs are still yet to align, but that's okay. Go to performance initialization. Reserves, I can quickly calculate these. We've got our alternate fuel, obviously, and our contingency fuel for 15 minutes, so that's 645 plus 1,574. Our alternate is Manchester, and that is 2.2 tons in the reserves. Cost index of 15 today. Cruising at flight level 240. Just cross check that. Yep. Oh, did I put in 250 there? I have no idea why it's not allowing me to put in 240. Will it let me put in 230? Guess not. Guess not. 260. So we could go above, but not below 250. How interesting. Well, that shouldn't really be a major issue anyway, so we'll just do that for now. Cruise winds from active Sky. We still have to load in the flight plan. So that is, there it is there. Top of climb, the winds are 70 at 5 knots, which is very calm actually. Then the transition altitude, we know Amsterdam is 3,000 feet. So we can execute that. N1 limit, we'll just do 24k D rate, climb 2, it's okay. The runway winds are, shoving the runway slope 0 because we're in P3D. Do not have sloped runways in the sim. But the runway wind is currently 28 degrees at 10 knots. Can put the runway heading here, 003. And CG flap 5 departure is standard. And these speeds are so 145 for V2. And obviously we do not have a departure procedure as it's just a direct departure, so I'll just set the altitude to 250, which is our cruise altitude. There we go. So we can now board passengers with GSX. We'll request boarding. Number of passengers is 151 today. So there we go. We will just use KLM for the stairs and luggage. just for our boarding vehicles, baggage loaders. So we can open all the doors. We need to open cargo doors. Right now we can go to the overhead. We can check that these switches are guarded. The flight control guard, flight control switches are guarded, which is fine. The low pressure is normal at this time because you're not pressurized hydraulics yet. Spoiler A and B guarded. Yaw damper comes on. The lights should go off. Standby hydraulic lights are off. These lights are fine. Again, the hydraulic pressure. The hydraulics have not been pressurized.
Good evening,
the electrical
ma'am.
ones
How are
have.
you? I'm doing good.
Navigation switches are fine. The source switches are in normal position, so that's fine. Until here. Engine valve and spar valve lights are closed. Crossfeed valve is closed with the light off. Fuel pumps are off at the minute. We shouldn't need central fuel pumps. Set the DC amps to, or DC volts rather, to standby power.
Morning.
Morning.
Ground power for now, that will change. The cabin utility and IFE switches are on. The engine drive disconnect lights, well, they're on because again we've not pressurized hydraulics. The engines aren't even on anyway. Everything looks fine here, so we can turn on the left forward fuel pump and start the APU.
Good morning.
Delta A330 pushing back. I'll be us soon. So yeah, I'm really hoping to get back into flight simming more. I haven't been able to do a lot of it recently. Come down to the radios. Set Unicom for good practice here, even though we've not got ATC today. Do the fire test. It's fine. Still sticks illuminated and we'll cancel it. Can do
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
tests, fire tests. Fire extinguishers are all here. Just stabilizer trim switch is override switch is in the normal position. Flight deck door. Just lock that. And yeah, everything is in place at the moment. So we can get the APU on the buses. The APU bleed is on. We do not need ground power anymore.
Good morning. Thank you.
Emergency exit lights, arm them. Equipment cooling is normal. Don't need any light. Circuit breaker lights, fine. Shine the cabin. Why not? Window heats come on, probe heats not yet. Anti-ice is off, we don't need it. The temperature is currently 13 degrees Celsius, so no problem.
Morning.
The landing altitude at Heathrow is 83 feet, so that can be rounded to 100, to the nearest 50. Cruising again at flight level 250. Oh, that's my bad. and the pressurization mode selector is in the auto position. Trim air is on.
Morning. Proceed boarding cards, please.
Reset fans are on. You can set the packs to auto, isolation valves open. Pressurization panel lights are off. The zone temperature selectors are all at 12 o'clock, so that's fine. Dual bleed light is on. We've got everything here. I might be a little rusty, I haven't flown in quite a while. That's no problem. The lights are all as needed. Come down to EFIS. Select the VOR is on. Position data and airport on. Turn on the traffic. Turn on the traffic. Terrain, data, airport, VOR, hectopascals. Set to local QNH. The flight directors on. Bank angle select is fine. Autopilot disengage bars up, as it should be. Web radar should be on in a minute. The range should be at 10 miles. Test the oxygen system. Time is 8:25, so currently in Amsterdam it's 10:25. We should be leaving. We're a little behind schedule, but it's fine. We're in the sim.
Hello. Thank you.
Of course, we want to be as realistic as possible. Nozzle steering is guarded. The display selectors are both normal. Disengaged lights 1 and 2 are tested. Check the blaster lights.
Good morning.
Check everything's in good working order, which it is. Primary flight display, the FMA is blank, FD is showing, flight directors are on, the standby instruments fine over there. Yep, everything is okay. N1 ref, speed ref. Selectors are auto, which is fine. You can reset the fuel flow. Back to rate. Auto brake to RTO. Nothing weird here. Every engine MFD is fine. The engine displays are fine. Landing again is down 3 green lights. GPWS. Ground proximity warning system. In-ops light is off. GPWS switches are guarded, speed brake is down, with lights off. Reverse thrust levers are down, the forward thrust levers are idle, the flaps are set, they're up, and that matches the indicator. Parking brake can come on for now, boarding is complete, which is brilliant. So is baggage loading, so we can close the cargo doors, close the left and right. Now we've already GSX's automatically closed the doors, which is brilliant. I love that integration. Can get the jetway away. Very close to being ready. Engine start leaving are cut off and the stabilizer trim cut out. Switches are go from normal and guarded. Do the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen is tested. The navigation transfer and display switches are normal and auto, which are already confirmed. As you can see. Window heats are on, pressurization load selector is auto, heading and altimeter set. Parking brake set, engine start levers are cut off. The flight deck door is closed and locked. CDU should be put on the takeoff page. We can set this page to legs, and the co-pilot and the first officers will be on the takeoff page. One reference bugs are checked. Auto throttle switch is armed. V2 speeds checked, the headings set, altitude is set. LNAV and VNAV can be armed. LNAV hasn't armed before takeoff, but it should be able to come on anyway, which is okay. Runway headings set. Taxiing takeoff briefing, that's fine, we're ready. Exterior doors the lights are all off, so they're closed. Flight windows closed and locked, they can't be opened anyway. Wing and wheel LOL lights are off. And now we can request pushback from GSX. We'll be pushing back to the left.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Again, the runways have changed. The wind seems to be quite variable, so I will adjust the flight plan accordingly.
Locking gear.
You can edit the flight once again. I've had to do this once already, but it's not an issue. Runway 06 is now our departure runway. Does not change the route whatsoever, which is great. And we will be pushing back to... Oh, Queen of the Skies has just pulled in next to us. Yeah, it will be our left push back. We haven't got a lot of room to play with, so we will hopefully be alright. There's enough space here. We've still got to get rid of the ground power. To get rid of the chocks, so we can start the block time. The jetway plug needs removed.
Departure check completed. Bypass
That should
pin
be
inserted.
removed. Yeah, bypass pin
Release
inserted,
sparking
we're ready to
brakes.
push back. But before we do that, we need to get the fuel pumps on. Let's get the electric hydraulic systems on.
Release sparking brakes.
Just check the hydraulic pressure. Brake pressure is fine, and the hydraulic pressure.
Release sparking brakes.
I know. 2,900, just about as fine. We could blank the slower display. Actually, no, we don't. We need to see the N2 and N1 speeds.
Release sparking brakes.
Anti-collision light can come on. We can set the elevator trim. Should be 5.10.
Release sparking brakes.
Bang on there. And elevator trim is set. We're all on. Rudder trim is set.
Release sparking brakes.
We can finally get GSX to stop telling us to release parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, so we shall start course engine 2 first. Taxons come off for that low. Start engine 2. 25% M2 so we can get the fuel into the engines, or at least engine 2. Yeah, we've got plenty of space to play with here. We've not even got to the left yet, we're at 5. So at 56% M2, the engine start switch should go back to the off position automatically and verify stable engine start for engine 2, and then fuel flow's coming down, EGT is fine, M1's coming up. Start valve is closed. Engine 2 is stabilized, so let's start engine 1. United 78 taking off right. 787-8.
Set parking brakes.
Very nice. Set parking brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
2 for engine 1. You can tell GSX when the engines have both had a successful start. We're close to that point. We're not there just yet. Start valve is still open, the engine is still spooling up. EGT is coming up, fuel flow has gone up, it's coming down, N1 is going towards 20, which is that magic mark we're looking for. There we go. That's a good engine start. Yep, that's a good engine start. So we can verify good engine start of GSX. Get the engine gens on. Start Gen 1. Yep, there we go. Pro-T switches can come on, obviously. Wing and engine anti-ice not needed. Packs back to auto isolation valve. Auto APU
disconnected.
off. APU off. Engine start switches to continuous. Engine start levers are fine. Idle, get the flaps to 5. Do a flight control check.
Left is clear.
Full left.
Right is clear.
Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder full left. Rudder full right. Neutral. Epic. So we can blank this MFD here. Transponder is fine. Just recall the annunciator panel here. Before taxi checklist. Generators on, propane on, anti-ice off, isolation valve, auto engine start switches continuous, recall checked, alpha brake RTO, engine start levers idle, flight controls checked, ground equipment is clear. Yeah, the marshaller is there. Off he goes. So that concludes the 4 taxi checklists. So taxi light can come on. Parking brake can come off. Can begin the taxi. So it is runway 06, so it's relatively straightforward. We'll be taxiing via Alpha. Should just be a straightforward taxi down Alpha. So let's check we are clear. There's no traffic around. Let's go. Let's begin the taxi to runway 06. about to enter runway 06 now. Of course the AI traffic might think otherwise, but this is the runway according to Active Sky. And that's what I'm going to go off. Of course I would go off ATC if we had it. So before we enter the runway we can get strobe lights on. Fixed landing lights, well, we'll leave those till we come onto the runway, but we can set the transponder to T8RA. Got no incoming traffic. Let's go. We have got an aircraft arriving, let's go. I didn't see that. Apologies, but that's fine. 40% N1 and Toga. Clock on. N1, Toga. We're rolling. 80 knots.
T1,
rotate.
V2.
Plenty of runway left, nice gentle rotation there. Follow the crosshairs and the flight directors, we actually need to bank.
Bank angle.
Immediately. I just realised I have forgotten to change the flight plan for runway 06.
Bank angle.
That should be a problem. Flaps can't come on.
Traffic. Adjust vertical speed. Adjust.
Pretend that didn't happen. Whoa. Okay. Very chaotic.
Clear of conflict.
I did not see that. Get the gear off. I was too focused on following the flight path to put the gear up, which is very stupid of me. Past the transition altitude, so set the QNH to standard. I have accelerated pretty quick. There's runway 36 left. It has been quite a while since I've done this. But we're fine, we're away. See Amsterdam. You can see the Ajax Stadium there. And there is central Amsterdam. So I think we can clean up the aircraft now. Taxi light off. Auto brake off. Landing gear leaders off. Start switches can go off. Set the CD to the legs page. And the after takeoff checklist, pressurization, got the landing altitude there, refill. Like that, that's the run checklist. Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, landing gears up and off, flaps are up, the lights, so we're fine there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just about to pass 10,000 feet. Passing 10,000 feet, so fixed landing lights can go off and the seatbelt signs can go to auto. I hope you enjoyed the departure. It was pretty chaotic. Turned out there was traffic landing, so that was on me. Forgot to pick the gear up because again I've not done this for a while, and I was also focusing on making sure that we followed the flight director. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely not my best, but we'll get there. It's good to start another flight, and I will see you guys after the cruise, which you will see a short cinematic of, and I will see you in the descent towards Heathrow. Should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. guys, we're back. And we're just flying over London now. We're just coming over London, just about. The Thames is over there. London City Airport. Canary Wharf is there. O2 Arena. London City Airport, of course. Brilliant airport, that. Absolutely brilliant airport. Love the steep approach. Love how unique the airport is, really. But it's about London Heathrow today. You can already see the localizer there for, or the extended centerline for runway 2. Well, it is for our runway, but it's obviously we've got to go around, so we're not going there. Don't worry. But yeah, the extended centerline, we can see it. Although we still have to go all the way around the airport to come in and land. We're nearly at 10,000 feet, so QNH, well not the QNH, what am I talking about? The fixed landing lights can come back on at that point. And the seatbelt signs are obviously going to come on. But this should be a straightforward arrival. As long as there's not too much traffic, but it is London Heathrow, so you can see there is a heck of a lot of traffic. There's the airport. There's London Heathrow. Busy. They're using runway 09 right for departures and 09 left for arrivals. There's Windsor Castle. Can we see any arrivals? Okay, that's 10,000 feet, so the seatbelt signs on and the fixed landing lights on. Still got the speed brake on, probably don't need it anymore. We're just descending rather fast before. There's London. The Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, the London Eye. Of course, the Tower Bridge, Gherkin, Canary Wharf, O2, London City Airport over there. Dockyards. London Bridge, of course. Yeah. So we're gonna decelerate around here. Probably reduce the range to 10 nautical miles now. We're gonna decelerate and then we're gonna start to extend the flaps. So we just kind of, it's not circle to land, but we're circling. Oh, there's an aircraft going around there. We're kind of going around the airport and then coming to land, so. This is the crosswind leg if we were doing a circuit. Oh my bad, the downwind leg. Wouldn't be a crosswind. We're going to be on the base leg soon. Look at that. Virgin Atlantic 78 and a United 78. Very close. flaps still don't need to really extend them yet. We're on track, we're on the profile. Would you look at that? We are going to be parking at stand. Yeah, the last IRL flight landed 09 left, and it looks like stand 226. So we shall go there. We shall go there. I don't think it's the shortest taxi, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, as long as it stands free, of course. Try and be as realistic as possible. It is quite a long descent down towards Heathrow. We've been visual with the airport quite a long time now. Going to be turning onto the base leg very soon, as you can see here. And now we're starting to decelerate. So we're just about at a speed where we could set flaps 1. Approaching the transition altitude as well, then local QNH is 1027. Preset that. There we go. I think we need a little drag. So we can slow down to this flap extension speed. Temporarily set flaps 1 now. Glide slope's not alive. A little more drag. I said flaps 10, no, flaps 5, yes. I think we need some vertical speed. We're not descending fast enough. We want to be below the glide slope. course. We might as well activate the approach mode anyway, because we're intercepted the glide now. Our speed is a little high. Get second autopilot on. Speed brakes armed. Intercepted the glide slope, which is fine. Speed is coming down. We are just going to set flaps 15 now though. The landing checklist, engine starts, continue, speed brakes armed, gears down, and flaps. And now 30 with green light on. Disconnect the autopilot now. The landing gear has just been non-existent for me today, I have no idea why. I've honestly just been too focused on following the flight path. Just stay on the localizer. Don't deviate too much, don't overcorrect, because you'll just end up going over the other way. This is my first landing in a very long time. Is it an aircraft landing? We're just going to follow it. We're not going to go around because there's so much traffic. We'd honestly be all day if we wait until it was clear. Right, that's us approaching minimums. Are a little low, I think.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
There we go, a little bit of a floater. Next, fast exit. Decent landing. Of course, the plane on the runway isn't ideal, but there's just no way you can predict, and there's 0 point going around with this much traffic. With this much AI traffic, because there's always going to be an AI traffic plane there. There's no ATC to mediate it, to regulate it. So we can just pause here. Start to tidy up the aircraft a little bit after landing, weather radar can come off. Auto brake can come off. Speed brake up. Disarm it. Get the flaps all the way up. Engine start switches off. Propeller's off. AP start switch, can get that on. Ready for when it's parked up. And we can get on the transponder off. Or to altitude reporting only. Get the strobes off. And there we go. So let's try and find our parking. It should be 226. Okay, let's go. Clock can come off. There's 226 there on our right. See how busy the arrival runway is. 09er left. There we go. Parking brake on. AP gen's on. Cut the engines now. Very nice. Seatbelt signs can come off, anti-collision light can come off, fuel pumps can come off apart from the forward left, so the APU can continue running. Anti-ice switches are off, get the electric hydraulic pumps off. Reset fans are auto, packs are auto, we can open the isolation valve. Bleed ice switches all on. Dual bleed light is absolutely fine. Exterior lights are fine at this moment in time. Flight directors are off. Transponder, we can get that to standby. Can connect up the ground equipment now. Request deboarding. I enjoyed that flight. It was just a short one to get back into it. A few mistakes were made. Namely forgetting the landing gear. I soon found out about that. And the chocks are set, so we can end the block time there. 1 hour 30 minutes, really not too long. Really not too long. We aren't getting any stairs. I guess passengers are jumping out, I suppose. Because there's no stairs here. I enjoyed that. It was really good. See the baggage at least. Request ground power. It's available now, we can get it on. That means we can shut off the APU, close this fuel pump, or turn it off. Parking brake can come off. Shutdown checklist, fuel pumps off, probe heat off, hydraulic panel set, flaps up, flow lights, parking brake set, engine start leaving the cut-off, weather radars off. So we don't fry the ground crew with the microwaves. It's very important the weather radar is off on the ground, and yeah, so we can well, we would be continuing on to do another leg, but of course we're not here. So yeah. That's really it. That's the end of the flight. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's my first flight in a while. I want to get back into flight simming. It's great. There is a Lufthansa A320 taking off there. Is that the one we saw? Could well be. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and I'll see you soon. I hope. See you soon.